Struggling with Propfirms? Let's go. Now, if you've been trading for multiple years and you're having no success, I guarantee, you know what, I promise you, the number one reason it could be is your stop loss. And what I'm about to show you in this video, guys, this is a game changer, right? We give too much emphasis on the green, on when you're looking in for that risk to reward. We want our risk to reward to be about 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 7. You know, we totally ignore how important the red is, right? Super important. It could be the missing piece, you know, for you to becoming profitable. This is what I show in my mentorship as well, guys, right? I show different risk management techniques to my students, and obviously students just passing their Propfirm challenges. And if I even show, this is why obviously I offer my one-to-one mentorship, but here I've got a whole section on risk management. I show different risk management techniques, and this is why I'm able to pass some of my challenges in 1 or 2 days, 1 or 2 trades. So my students, you know, getting, you know, payouts for the first time, passing challenges for the first time. I get so many messages one-to-one. Not everyone posts theirs, but you can even check the testimonials. You can even check testimonials, guys. You know, I post my winning trades, losing trades, everything, guys, full on transparency. But yeah, link will be in the video description if anyone is interested of joining. But again, that's if you wanna. I mean, if you don't want to join, just don't join. You know, there's a free section as well, great community. But the whole point is, guys, your stop loss is I'm going to be showing you different techniques, obviously, how you can manage your stop loss as well. But it's so important, you know, if you don't have it the right size, your trade will fail. If you don't manage it the proper way, you know, in a live trade, your trade will fail. The reasons your trades fail is not only just because of your strategy alone. Of course, that plays a huge part, but your stop loss is the key player, right? It's what's going to keep you in the game. Your stop loss skills is what are basically holding you back. I'm going to quickly show you a few different techniques, but how I personally, I mean, this is again from collected data, right? And I'm going to be showing you how I personally manage my stop losses. But again, the data, you know, that I've collected over the few years of this is GJ, right? One blue line to blue line is 1 week. Let me just delete this. Don't know what that's doing there. One blue line to blue line is 1 week. One red line to red line is 1 month. And obviously you can see you're passing a few phases, phase 1s, phase 2s, and it just goes through on. Now you can see here minus 0.5%. What do I mean by this? And again, coming back to, you know, the importance of that, having that data, collecting that data. I mean, I always go that, you know, goes all the way, you know, to 500 plus trades. You know, it just goes on and on and on and on. It's insane, guys, right? You can try different, you know, eventually once you find your edge. But I'm going to be going through, guys, how I manage my stop loss. You know, what are the things I look for, and what I realized, you know, through when I was collecting my data, guys, majority of my trades they don't even go that much into drawdown, right? That's the data. So let's just look at what I've done. I'm going to be using gold for the example, and again, I understand, you know, and this is super important as well. Why do majority of my trades not ever go into drawdown, right? And I'll try to be a bit of a perfectionist, right? So when I see this, and I don't be like, oh wow, you know, my trades are not going into drawdown, so that means it's a perfect trade. No, I like to take things a step further. So now how can I even capitalize on that? So if I'm looking at none of my trades hardly ever go, not obviously some do. I mean, look at this one here. If a trade goes into even more than 50% drawdown, I will mark it as a loss. So in this case, let's do that. Let's color it orange. I like to have the oranges in losses. Red's a bit of too much of a I think it's a strong emotional color. Okay, 50%. Let's mark this as orange as well. 50%. Again, these stop losses are where they're going into. I mean, overall, if I was using the full stop loss, you can see here these were winning trades. But I'm going to be showing you what I personally do, right? Let's mark this one as orange as well. Any other, I mean, is this a 50%? I don't want any, depending on your stop loss size, obviously it's good to have a healthy stop loss size. But we are averaging about 250, 300 points, 260, 260, 260. So I think with gold, if you are gonna move your stop loss, this is obviously you want a bit of a healthy one. Let's put it around here. Okay, that's already 300. I mean, what's this touching? Once, I don't want the benefit of the doubt, so I'm gonna mark this one as a loss as well, right? Okay, now basically, so we've lost about 4 trades. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which hardly ever hit my stop loss, and they were clear winners. So now, how powerful is this? What I'm about to show you guys. This is how insane, right, this method is. Suppose I lose. What I'll do is, let's just actually type this in so you can visually take this in. Okay, remember, I'm risking 1%. That's what I'm going to be doing, guys. I'm going to be risking 1%. So as soon as I enter my trade, I move my stop loss to half, right? Now, how powerful is that, guys? I want you to take a moment to understand this, right? Again, now someone will be like, yeah, but my trades, when they go to halfway point, it's going to increase the chances, obviously, right? If I move my stop loss to halfway point, yes, that's correct. Now this is where my edge comes in. I believe I have a strong edge. One of my edges is the ability to draw strong zones, right? Obviously, I work off I call them key levels. This is where I work off. Then obviously I highlighting, this is what everyone normally familiar with, the rectangles, the zones. But if you can, and this is obviously what I teach in my mentorship as well, if you can determine where the correct zones are, then there will be times when price will respect it perfectly. Now this is why it's so important. If you're on a personal account, guys, then it doesn't matter. Aim for the full 1%, because if you take a 1% hit, it doesn't really matter. You got the full account, right, at your disposal. But with Propfirms, this is why this is a very powerful method. Suppose I lose all 4 trades here. I've just lost 2%. I've lost 4 trades, bro. I've lost 2%. I like to take about 1. I'm focusing on taking less trades now for the day, on 1 or 2. But suppose I've just taken 4 trades and I've lost all 4. I'm minus 2% in drawdown. Now, do I need a 1 to 4 to break even? Because I've lost 4 trades, do I need a 1 to 4? Well, no. This is why what I love so much about this stop loss strategy, how I manage risk. Again, if you have a strong risk management plan, it's going to be, it's going to be the game changer. It's going to be the deciding factor of making you profitable or not. I don't need a 1 to 4, guys, to break even. All I need is a 1 to 2. I'm still risking the original 1%. Price never came to my halfway line. Now, do you think I'm going to only aim for a 1 to 2? Because I've already collected my data, I've already got my research. I know price on average likes to give me a 1 to 4. 1 to 4, guys. That's if you think about it, it's really a 1 to 8 risk to reward strategy now. Because whenever I lose, I only lose 0.5%. So now, I've covered my previous 4 losses. Well, these 3, then I get the next loss. But then I've created more lifelines to even absorb more hits. This is also a 1 to 4. That's 8 lifelines gained there as well. Here, a 1 to 5. That's 10 lifelines. A 1 to 5. This obviously flies to 1 to 12. But super powerful, guys. Try it, right? Again, obviously you want to collect your data. You want to know how many of your trades are hitting that will survive. Now again, this is something I show in my mentorship. I take a deep dive into that and different risk management techniques. But start off with, guys, right, just start off with making your stop loss size a little bit bigger than usual. Now I think someone's going to ask me that. Obviously there will be someone asking the question, well, first of all, why would we even focus on this when we don't have a winning strategy? Okay, that makes sense also. But this is why I put a huge emphasis on the break and retest. Why? Because the break and retest, the way is the whole concept, the whole idea of the break and retest, it just goes so well hand in hand with the zones, with the key levels, support and resistance levels. I believe this method even works perfectly. Like this, no point moving your stop loss to halfway point. It just works perfectly with the break and retest strategy the best compared to other strategies. You can backtest this. I've tried other strategies as well, trend line breakouts, ICT concepts, SMC, whatever you want to call it, guys. I've tried it. It's all I do, create my if I see my set of form, set a limit order, walk away, and then let the trade do its thing. If I was to even lose 8 trades, right, lose 8 trades, that's 4%. I'm in drawdown, 4% in drawdown. All I need is a 1 to 4, right? Now what are the chances of me losing 8 trades? Not likely, right? I mean, even if I show you, because obviously people normally like to see proof, so let's just show you. Let me see if it's actually in my funded section where I was posting. Oh, that's the elite mentorship. Just one moment. Funded certificates, just one moment, because I was posting my win rates. I was posting, I mean, some of these challenges phase 2, guys, and the whole idea was to start small, guys. I was showing small 10k accounts, passing them. Obviously I've passed 50k accounts, 100k, 200k accounts, all on my channel. I've got more than 350, coming up to 400 videos now. Let me just show you. I think it's actually on winning trades. Yes, I think it is on winning trades. Let me just because again, I want to show you this, guys, because it's all about transparency. Keep flickering, going higher, keep scrolling up, pushing higher. Okay, this is just screenshots of the live broker trades. Okay, there's a lot of scrolling. Okay, so free minimum trades. Look at this, guys. This was a phase 2, again 10k account. The whole idea I showed this, guys, you got to pass with small accounts. Start small, work your way up. Don't start purchasing 100k accounts, blowing that money, especially if you don't know how to trade. This was a 1 to 5 trade taken, as you can see. This was, and then the rest were just taking these 0.01 lots to complete the free minimum trading days. This was a 1 to 5 in one trade, guys, 1 to 5, right? And I missed out on about $9 to complete, but again, I look at it just in one trade. And it just goes on and on. There's a few more. If you just, I mean, it goes on and on, guys, so you can just scroll in there and just find it yourself. Link will be in the video description. You're more than welcome to join. And if you are looking, obviously, if you are only joining the elite mentorship, just message me one-to-one. Okay, so this is one method on how to manage your risk with your stop loss, how to manage your stop loss, right? I want to show you another method, guys, and I'm going to put a lot of emphasis on this because it's super important. So what I'll do is, let's just grab and this and bring you over here. Okay, so let's just make this a bit bigger, put the stop loss a bit like this. Okay, now I personally, guys, use a tool called Magic Keys. Those that who know will know it's by Raja Banks. I have no affiliation whatsoever. I've used this for years. Super helpful. I've purchased this when I was in the times of when I was unprofitable, and I think I got this for $30 or yeah, something like that. It was cheap, right? I didn't have that much money as well, so it was, I'm talking about a few years ago. I purchased this, and I've never, there's a physical version as well. But this is more than enough, right? You can get this for $30, set it up on your MT5, MT4. And what I love about this, guys, is what you can do basically with a tool like this. Obviously, stop with the click of a button, it'll just move your stop loss to halfway point, right? To break even, stop loss to entry. You can close half the position, the full position. Again, I have no affiliation with them. I'm just showing you if it helps you out, super cheap as well. So once your trade, guys, goes into, so let's just say your trade's running into, you take your position and it's running into profit. Okay, let's just say it comes back down here. When it comes back down here, what do you do? Well, if it comes this far out, I like to just close the trade at break even. But let's just say it goes side, let's just say you didn't do that, right? And it just goes deeper and deeper further down. What you can do, guys, let me just put this here. Close your trade at the next 25 position. So remove a quarter of your position. Once it comes to the halfway line, remove half of your positions. Once it comes to the 75 point, remove 3/4 of your trade. And once it comes here, now when you do this, you keep removing your position, keep closing the half, like keep closing the positions. By the time your trade comes to this point and it hits your stop loss, you should have only lost half of your position. You should have only lost half of your trade, your full risk, right? Only half of your risk, sorry. So why is that powerful? Well, let me tell you something. Suppose your trade comes down here, you remove 25% of your trade, and then imagine if your trade from this point comes back up, right? You still got enough of the position size to run you in profit, and you've still, you know, obviously I understand you've taken a little bit of a damage, but still, if your trade would have gone further down, let's just say it would have gone even, and the why is so powerful, guys. The further deep down the trade goes against you, you cutting your losses, right? And still you're giving the trade a chance to do a U-turn and go in your favor. Now, me personally, guys, I don't do this, right? And again, I'm not a fan of this. I mean, it is a method that you can apply, but me personally, again, it comes down to the individual. Me personally, because I know how I draw my zones and I'm so confident in my zones, price, I rather just take these losses like this. And I've come to that stage now. If I was to even take 6 losses in a row, for example, that doesn't really happen, but if I was to, right, if I was to, all I need is a 1 to 3. Let's just say, I mean, there was a 60k account. If you watch one of my previous videos, I think I did actually take 6 losses, and you can check it back as well, and I covered those 6 losses quite easily. You know, 6 losses will be covered in a 1 to 3. Now, what you want to be careful of as well, guys, this, I want to just be transparent. This is going to work better with trading instruments that charge you 0 commissions or very low commissions, like Euro USD, you know, that charge low lot sizes, and then also is when they do you want trading instruments that have low high liquidity, and which will lead to less slippage, especially when they hit your stop loss, because those Propfirms will charge you a little bit, you know, hit you a little bit of extra slippage. So what you can do is, suppose I've got a 500 point stop loss with the example I'm going to use with gold, 500 point stop loss, right? You don't, if I move it to half, let's say 250, you don't want to be 250, because when that slippage hits, when it hits your stop loss, it's going to knock a bit more. Move your stop loss to about 200, right? Remove them extra 50 points, and then it should do the job of where you only lose half the trade. So, you know, try this method, guys. I can't emphasize how powerful this is. Trust me, this is the game changer. It's not, again, it's not how you manage your profits. Don't focus on your profits. Don't focus on how much you can make. Focus on how much you can lose. If you can, you know, if you can improve your skills on losing less, you will automatically make more. I hope you found value from this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You know, yeah. And if you are interested of joining the Elite Mentorship, link will be in the video description, or even on the homepage of the YouTube channel. Take care, and I'm out.